Hey lovelies, as always, if you're returning, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome to the family. So I got this amazing jar of pickle. Guys, just look at the presentation. My favorite bit, that pepper at the top, that is just hilarious. Anyways, so I got this amazing jar of pickle, which is literally going to save me over Easter having to cut up onions, peppers and all of this good stuff and cry my eyes out, because y'all already know I do not like cutting up onions and seasoning stuff. So yeah, that's gonna save me, so I'm grateful for that. If you guys want to know where I got it from, just leave me a comment below, or you can find me on social media. Obviously a lot of you find me on Instagram, Facebook, all of those good stuff, and I'll pass on the details for you. But anyways, today I'm going to be frying some fish. It is not my preferred fish. Usually I do snapper around Easter time, but I literally live in the middle of nowhere now and I can't get to Billingsgate and all of these good places to to get fish to fry. So I've gotten, I believe it was sea bass that I got. I can't remember, but I believe it was sea bass that I got to fry. So I'm just going to run you through how I do my fry fish, and if you want another tutorial with me actually doing a snapper, bearing in mind it will be exactly the same, literally. I do have to obviously mention that depending on the size of your fish and stuff like that, the cooking time will be different, and you might want to change your seasoning or whatever, because some fishes require more seasoning than others, so you're gonna have to alter it to your liking. But for the most part, this is what's going on, so let's get into it. So I've got an empty bowl here. Oh gosh guys, this festival is smelling so good, and these corn on the cobs. I got an empty clean bowl here. I'm just going to put half a teaspoon of salt. The reason why I'm not putting a lot of salt is because salt will actually make your fish burn quicker. So I'm just putting a half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to do 1 level teaspoon of ground black pepper. Guys, you know my seasonings already if you're here. If not, then with the black pepper you can use any ground black pepper, any ground white pepper, it's up to you. If you want to leave it out and probably use, I don't know, ground chili or something like that, then that's totally fine as well. So I've got my Dunn's River fish seasoning here, so I'm going to go in with 1.5 tablespoons of that. Sorry, I got black pepper down my throat, which is why I had to stop there. So 1.5 heaped tablespoons of the Dunn's River fish seasoning. I've got my all-purpose seasoning here. Just going to go in with 3/4 of a tablespoon. And then I've got paprika here, just normal ground paprika. I got this one from Co-op because literally that is what I have within miles of me. So it's up to you. You can choose whichever paprika you want, smoked paprika or whatever, but this is what I have access to at the moment. So I'm going to go in half a teaspoon of that. And I always like to add an OXO Vegetable Cube. So it just comes in this little package in there. So yeah, I'll just take that out of the packaging and then I'll just crumble it into the mixture. Obviously you can also use a spoon or fork if it suits you to crush it out. For me, I'll just use my fingers. My hands are clean, by the way. Everything was cleaned and sanitized down. So yeah, I just wash my hands, guys. Get some sleep. So I'm going to do a quick wash because it was only a seasoning cube. Right guys, so I'm just going to use a teaspoon and just mix it in. all together. Crush out any lumps that were in the seasoning. Anything like that. And that's that. So guys, I have cleaned my fish off camera. I was so annoyed. I thought I had gotten a whole fish that was already cleaned and a few fillets, but unfortunately I wasn't paying attention and I got a whole fish that wasn't cleaned, so I had to do that and I was just there heaving. It was so horrible. But yeah, so you need to get ready some paper towels. I've got about 8 here. If you've got really good quality ones, then you don't need to do that many, but the ones that I've got is not that great, so I've got about 8 of them there. And then I've got my fish that's already been cleaned, washed down and everything like that on my cutting board. So I'm just gonna see to that and then come back and show you guys exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so that's my fish over there. I've got, I believe, 4 fillets, or fillets, however you want to say it, and 1 whole fish, which I'm going to dry, season down, and then fry. I've got my pot on, pot, pan, whatever you want to call it, on a very low heat now, just warming up. You can slightly see it in the camera there, but that's not my focus at the moment. My focus is actually what's going on with the fish. So yeah, so I'm just gonna, like I said, dry them off, season them up and put them in the pot to fry, and then I will move on from there. Just in case anybody wanted to know, in the shot earlier was my festivals. I've got a video, I will link it in the description box below, and a card if YouTube has decided to put back the cards of me making them, the tutorial. So I'll have that ready for you guys. So I'm just going to head over now and just show you. So for the paper towel, I've just separated it into 2 and just opened it up. So I'm just going to place the fish on there and just dry it off so that when I put it in the oil, it doesn't, you know, pop everywhere. And then just dry the inside as well, because there's a lot of water on the inside, because I literally washed the life out of this fish. Right, remove it. Right, so what I'm going to do, take the dry rub that I made earlier, and I'm just going to sprinkle it over the fish lightly. You don't want too much, you want just enough. And it's fine to put your hand back in the container, because once you're done with it, you're done. You can just throw away the excess, which is why I haven't done too much of it. Just going to put a bit inside the fish as well. Just a bit, not too much. Whilst you're prepping your oil for frying, I know there are some people that actually put a whole Scotch bonnet pepper or pimento seeds, or I don't know, garlic. There's so many different ways people do it, and feel free to do that as well if that's your preference. There's no right or wrong way, it's up to you and your unique style. So you just do what makes you happy. And that's also another suggestion if you haven't thought about that before. For me personally, I just do the oil, and that's that. Alright guys, so that's basically it. So I've just coated the fish in the seasoning lightly on the inside as well. And then I'm just going to continue that with the rest of them, and then I will come back and show you guys the next step. Okay guys, so I've finished up all the fish now, and my pot is actually heated up enough for me to start adding the fish to it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you guys. You don't need too long for the fillets. That is just a piece of fish, but I'll just take it off. Not too long for the fillets, or fillets, however you want to say it. As you put fish into fry, it actually expands, unlike baking it or poaching it or something like that. Just gonna wash my hands. So you just literally need it a few minutes on either side. Obviously, like I said earlier, depending on the size of the fish that you get and the type of the fish, you will need to change the cooking time. Just turn it up slightly. So guys, yeah, I'm just going to leave this to fry. I'm going to turn up the heat a bit more, and then once that's finished, I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay guys, so I had the fish on the skin side for 4 minutes, and then I turned it over using the lifter, and then I literally just prepped a oven dish, this one, and I just put some paper roll at the bottom of it as well, so that I can rest the fish on it, and I can put the fish on there to drain the oil out. So I'm just gonna take them out of the frying pan, finish up frying the other ones, and then that's it. We just keep doing that process, and then I'll show you when it's all complete. So yeah, literally 4 minutes on the skin side, 3 to 4 minutes on the flesh side, depending on how thick your fish are, and then you take them out, put them on some paper roll to drain off the excess oil, and then you're good to eat. Obviously, once it's cool enough for you to eat. Alright guys, so when I got to the whole fish, I realised that it was too big to fit in the pot that I have in one piece. So all I did was I just cut it in half. So that's the other half there, and one half in the pot. And then I'm just going to pop it in. The reason why I decided to show you this bit going in is because when I put my fish head in the pot, I like to hold it down with the spatula, because it stops the end bits here and the gills from basically flying up, or cracking up, as some people like to say. So I just hold it down whilst it's frying so that it doesn't do that, and it gets a nice even cook right throughout. So just wanted to show you guys that. So I'm going to do that for this one at least 6 minutes, so that it cooks 6 minutes on one side, 6 minutes on the other side, and then after that I will move on. Alright guys, so for my favourite bit, like literally fish is all fried now, and with the whole piece I actually did it for 6 minutes on either side, and then left it in for a further 3 minutes just to make sure that it was fully cooked through. So got to my pickle here, so nice, honestly guys. I wish you could like actually smell it. It's just So because I've got little ones, I'm not going to put the pickle on all of it, because it is quite spicy and they will complain. So I'm just going to put on some of it. And guys, literally it's done in layers, so you can spread some carrot, then you can move on and do some onions. Absolutely amazing, tastes amazing, and it smells amazing. So I'm just going to get some sweet peppers and some onions there. So guys, Easter is sorted for me. I'm going to use some today and then some over Easter. And there's actually 2 size jars. There's a bigger one than this. This one is the smaller one because there's not that many people in my household, so yeah. But if you've got a large family and you're going to do a lot of fish, or even if you just want to save it and use some for another day, you don't have to use it over Easter. It can be used at any time. then by all means get yourself a big jar. I'm just gonna get a spoon and just spread a little bit of the juice over because I'm just extra like that. You don't have to do that because it will add heat to it. And just be mindful that if you're trying to stop pepper getting to any of the ones that are in the tray, and if you put too much juice it will filter through onto the other ones, so just bear that in mind. Oh yeah, I think I'll put a few pieces of pepper as well, just for decorative purposes. No one's gonna eat them, believe me. Oh gosh, being that brave. I like my spice, but yeah, I can't see myself actually eating like Scotch bonnet pepper in its raw and true form. It's not happening. So there you go. That's it. You just zoom me out in so y'all can see how beautiful that looks, and it just makes for really nice presentation as well, even if you're not you know, for pickle. But when you do your fish, if you've got guests over Easter for the family or whatever, then this will make your table just look so bright, so colourful and amazing. So yeah guys, that's it. As always, if you guys want to, feel free to like the video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to know anything, you can always find me on social media. You can comment down below. If you want to ask any questions, my email address as well is available in my about me section and all of that good stuff. So guys, happy Easter if I don't see you just before then, and enjoy yourselves. Obviously stay safe and don't get into any trouble. Alright guys, see you on the next one. Bye.